"Proceed, counselor," said the Lord Adjudicator, her outer eye stalks sinking into her head. The body language translators told the humans it was condescension. "Thank you, your lordship," the Prax counselor said as he gave a shallow bow before getting up to walk about on his stilt-like legs. They appeared ungainly but gave his gait an elegant way. "Your lordship, the Prax have existed for approximately 9.2 billion years, far older than resource node designate 224292G. The humans call it Earth. Before the humans even evolved, one of our scouting vessels made its way through 92G's system and marked it on our charts for strip mining as per our way of life, if you know our history. Seeing as it was previously unmarked and under Council Statute 9917, Article 33, Subsect 98, Paragraph 412, the planetoid belonged to the Prax conglomerate. As bad luck would have it, a sapient species began to evolve on 92G, humans they call themselves. By some terrible galactic roll of the dice, our property had managed to grow enough to support life. But this does not detract from the fact that 92G is Prax property. Given that much of the galaxy these days is already claimed, the Prax are short on resources and must act on the ownerships with which it has secured, as other resource nodes have been made unavailable to us. Perhaps if we had acted quicker upon 92G, this entire situation could have been avoided, but the fates would not have it so, and here we are. Under Council Statute 14722, Article 923, Subsect 2, Paragraph 66, and as demonstrated in Prax Conglomerate versus Zenobia Wildlife Consortium, the evolution of an intelligent species upon the property of a council race does not remove ownership from the original claimants. I submit my words for your consideration, your lordship. The Lord Adjudicator's eyes panned slowly to the other side of the chambers, falling upon the humans still frantically poring over the 3-ton book of council law. Do the humans rebut? "Yes," said one human, stammering. "Just one moment, your highness. I mean, lordship." "Sorry, lordship," he said to the amused chittering of the chamber space. "Laughter," said the translators. The fate of humanity on the line and other peoples were laughing. 3 of the humans pointed excitedly to a passage of text, and the head counselor straightened his suit before approaching the bench. "Your lordship, everything the Prax counselor has said is true. According to claim manifests recorded before my race had even crawled out of the proverbial primordial muck, our planet, Earth, was claimed by the Prax conglomerate. By all articles we can find in council law, the planet is indeed theirs." The Lord Adjudicator coiled her eye stalks together. "Are the humans arguing for the opposition now?" "No, your lordship," he said, smiling. "Of course not. I'm sorry, let me get to the point. My Prax colleague pointed out the case Prax Conglomerate versus Zenobia Wildlife Consortium, in which a form of arthropodal life evolved to the point of rudimentary communication and social structure on a planet they dubbed 21312C. These creatures possess the same level of intelligence our apes or aquatic mammals have, smart enough for fluid social structures and varying levels of communication with other species, but lacking any kind of greater racial imperative. No civilization, no works of art, nothing. Seeing as how we are indeed intelligent, we must be given special consideration." The Prax counselor scoffed, "which is why the human race is willing to relinquish Earth under the condition that the Prax conglomerate fully provide for the relocation of every Earth inhabitant and every piece of infrastructure we have constructed since the beginning of our civilization." The Prax counselor erupted from his seat. "Absolutely preposterous. There exists no legal precedent for—" "The Prax conglomerate will remain silent," shouted the Lord Adjudicator before turning her attention back to the human in front of her. "Continue, please." "If your lordship will recall the Zoinicus conflict, the defeated sued for peace. As per the Capitulation Act of G-Date 920, the losers secured the right to continued existence. Seeing as the victors wished for the planet itself, the Council made the winning party responsible for relocating the surviving population and as much of their property as they could, a judgment which the victorious party complied with." The Prax counselor's mouth dropped. The Lord Adjudicator sat back in her seat, her eye stalks at half-mast. "You humans," she said gravely, "consider this situation a matter of war? With the survival of 80% of our race in the balance, we most certainly do." The Lord Adjudicator slumped back into her seat again, most intrigued by the turn of events. The humans remained absolutely still, unable to even breathe for the weight they felt on their shoulders. The Prax counselor, unamused though forever arrogant, so sure nothing the humans could say would swing things in their favor. The court rules in favor of humanity and agrees that, under the circumstances, a declaration of war has occurred simultaneously with a declaration of capitulation. Under the Capitulation Act of G-Date 920, the Prax conglomerate is found responsible for the relocation of humanity and all of its holdings from Earth. The chambers grew loud with a dull roar as the crowd began stirring. The Prax counselor jumped to his feet. "Your Lordship, as I stated before, the conglomerate is already short on resources. We could not possibly comply with the relocation. We don't have the funds to—" "If the Prax conglomerate is unable to provide for the aforementioned conditions, then victory must instead be awarded to humanity." The chambers went quiet. Quiet enough to hear the squishing sound the Lord Adjudicator's eyes made as she flexed her eye stalks. The Prax counselor felt himself weaken under the unyielding glare of the crowd, of the humans, of the Lord Adjudicator. He fell back into his seat, his teeth chattering as he searched for words, any words that could fix the situation. He could think of none. The Prax conglomerate capitulates. Ownership of 92G is relinquished to humanity. And without a single shot fired, without a single death, without a single ship even leaving port, humanity had won its first interstellar war.